Hello everyone and welcome to part 3 of our Hwoarang Basics Guide, the final part. Still on T7 version 4. As usual, this last part will be mostly referential, so we'll go over Hwoarang's punishers, some basic juggles, some players you can watch to learn more about the character, and finally we'll give a brief summary of him. As always, don't forget that there is the written version of this guide should you need it. The link is in the video description below. That's all I got, so let's get to it. Before we get into combos, two quick notes. First, most of these can end with up forward 3+4 for better wall carry, or you can end them with down forward 3-4. Down forward 3-4 will never give you a good wall splat, but it does shoot them for more distance. Second, you'll see some combos that do dash 3+4 RFF forward 3 after the tailspin. There are a couple ways to do this, but this involves taking advantage of the buffer window. For me, I simply press forward 3+4. I hold the second forward and press 3 again. The game will buffer the forward for you and you'll get RFF forward 3. As we always do, I will begin this section with a quick plug for really the best quick facts resource out there, and that's the Applay spreadsheet. If you're not looking to dive too deep and just want all the quick, easy info on a character, definitely save this spreadsheet. The link is in the video description below, as are links to everything that you'll see here. Now, before we jump into specific players, make a note that there are actually a lot of good Hwoarang players out there, and not all of them have Twitter, Twitch, etc. Or finding those things is very difficult. But you can still often find match vids on YouTube. Bats and Hyuk are good examples of this, so if you come across a name not mentioned here in this video, just type them in YouTube and see what comes up. First actual player on our list is Rest, one of the more recognizable Korean players due to his overseas offline travels. I don't believe he has his own YouTube channel, but there are tons of tourney vids of him since he's traveled so much. He has Twitter and streams regularly enough for you to see a lot of solid play. TKmuse, who also now goes by the name Edge, is another well-known Korean player. He has a YouTube and Twitter, although YouTube updates are a little light these days. If he has a stream, I'm unaware of it, but you can find tons of match vids of him on YouTube. Yeonaran, which I'm sure I'm mispronouncing, so sorry about that, is yet another solid Korean Hwoarang. Are you noticing a trend here yet? He seems to be the most active of the bunch, streaming or uploading to YouTube every day or so. Definitely check him out for the most regular content. Lastly, we'll mention Speedkicks, a well-known US player from Atlanta. Describes himself as retired, but still maintains a Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. The YouTube has not had an upload in a long time, although the old videos still contain useful info, but he does still stream occasionally and is very active on Twitter. And now we are at the end of our guide. How can we summarize Hwoarang? One obvious observation is that his pressure game is extremely good. Lots of strong counter hit tools, plenty of lows that lead directly into pressure, a good grab game, and plenty of strings and stance options to keep your opponent guessing. In Tekken 7 especially, offense is everything. A character can have weak defense and still be a good character thanks to suffocating offense. So for Hwoarang, yes, his block punishment is a little weak, but his whiff punishing is really strong. His biggest issue is likely risk, since he can be stepped if you're not paying attention, and if your opponent is on their game, all it takes is one blocked down 3-4 and half your life is gone. Still, he's a very strong character that lets you get creative with your buttons, so it's no surprise he's pretty popular. I wish you luck with your training. And with that, thank you for checking out this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe here on YouTube. Also be sure to turn on notifications if you'd like to get alerted as soon as a new vid is uploaded. I also try to stream whenever I can, so the link to Twitch is down in the video description below. You will also find Twitter and Facebook links down there too. Lastly, special thanks to our 3 patrons, Tato, Apples, and Overhaul. That support means a lot. Patreon is definitely the best way to support your favorite content creators, and the more support the channel gets, the more content I can afford to do. Stay safe everyone, and we'll see you next time.